Okay, hello. I don't see it. That sounds like a personal problem.
Oh?
Or maybe like Sakto.
Father's calling.
Wait, Dad!
What did you shout in my ear?
Can't you respect the hustle?
The adrenaline has like worn off now since it's been like a few minutes and I can't log in. My heart's going pitter patter, pitter patter.
Heart's going pitter patter, pitter patter.
Just a bit of background. I took higher level English language and literature, economics, and theater. And I did.
It's the Wi-Fi.
And I did standard level math, analysis, physics, and French B. Let me turn this. I think it's gonna look because the logo's there.
Pizza.
Oh my! I saw some of it. Wait, Andre, do you want to see?
Taco Bell.
Stop looking.
Wait, can I count? Can I add it up?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Let me
5.
do it.
30.
Stop counting. Okay, English first. We got a 6. Okay. That's my predicted in matches. French. Wait. I'm guessing like 4 or 5.
6.
What the? That's wrong.
Okay, so the reason this surprised me so much is because I was a solid like 5 student in French, and I would get like the occasional 6. And so to get like 6 as my final thing, I was like, whoa.
Okay, economics like 6.
I'm just
6.
thinking.
Okay.
Another 6.
Straight 6s so far.
Okay.
Physics, ooh, like a 5.
No, it is a 6.
Wow. Okay, math. I think 6 or 7, hopefully. 6. Okay, 6s.
That's
That's
30.
good. Theater. EE, I don't know, like a B.
No, wait, theater. Oh, it's EE.
That's my E. A B. Okay, no, actually, I worked hard on my extended
She got
essay.
an A.
Okay, 7, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank Mr. Johnny.
Thank you, Mr. Johnny. Shout out to Mr. Johnny. Okay,
TOK.
TOK. Ooh, B. Okay,
That one was kind
I
of
saw
unex-
that. I saw
Oh,
that.
really?
though.
I
Yeah, dude, my essay was like kind of bad. I got 2.
39. So one more on 40. Stop.
Dude, wait, how close was I to everything? Let's check. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick breakdown of my results because the detailed results thing wasn't loading that well when I first got them because the website was very, occupied. So for English, I was 4 marks away from a 7. Okay, French, I was 8 marks away from a 7. For economics, I was 2 marks away from a 7. Physics, I got a 6. I was 4 marks away from a 7. Yeah, physics grade boundaries are usually pretty low because everyone does bad. Math, I was 2 marks away from a 7. My extended essay, I was 7. Oh well, I already got an A, so but I was in the middle, kind of. Actually, I was barely an A. So the lowest is 26 for an A, and the highest is 34, and I got 28. For theater as a subject, I got, okay, so the lower grade boundary was 79%, and the upper is 100, and I got 87. So pretty solid 7. TOK, I was only 2 points away from getting a B. So yeah, that's the breakdown. I think if you were in junior year of high school, your first year of IB, DP1, whatever you call it, or if you're going into IB, more importantly, it's important to pick subjects you like, but also subjects that you think you could score well in. For example, my subjects, I don't really think it's a conventional combination, but they're subjects I enjoy, and then I also thought I could do decent in them. So even if you want to take the hardest classes, you just have to understand how hard that will actually be and reflect on your work ethic. And because even if you're smart, that's not enough to get you through IB, because you have all these extra things to do. For example, if you're not gonna take chemistry in university, then don't do HL chemistry, you know what I mean? I don't care how much you like chemistry. If you don't need it, it's really not worth the difficulty. It's like kind of me with physics. I kind of regretted taking physics because it was hard and I also just didn't need it for anything. Yes, go for subjects you like, but also ones that will benefit you and ones that you can score well in. So do your research, look at what subjects are easier to get 7s in, and I think if you don't necessarily need the subject group for university, just pick the one that's easiest to get a 7 in. And for your EE as well, pick a subject that you're interested in, because that's where you have the most freedom. I think especially with IB, like you don't really, I feel like people say you have a lot of freedom with things, but I don't really think you do. Someone's yelling.
Okay, anyways.
Okay, so as I was saying before I was interrupted by the children yelling on the street, I did my extended essay in theater, and I talked about cultural appropriation, and I looked at this specific playwright, this French playwright, and she's notorious for using a lot of Asian conventions in her plays, and I was kind of looking at reviews of her plays and also kind of responses from people of the cult that associate themselves with the culture that she was essentially appropriating. Okay, I'm just gonna go into a tangent if I start talking about my extended essay because it was really interesting, to me at least. So, like whether or not creative freedom and like political correctness, I don't know, can coexist in something like theater or even art. Does creative freedom trump political correctness, or who knows? And I got an A. So just pick something that would be 1, easy to research, 2, something that you're interested in and have like a personal connection to. Maybe I can do a separate video about my IB stuff. Will this just turn into like an IB tips channel? I don't know, we'll see. Or I'll just talk about my IAs while I'm here. Econ IAs. So econ IAs are pretty straightforward. I just watched a bunch of like YouTube videos, and I got some feedback from my teacher. But actually, fun fact, like I didn't even get feedback for my last econ IA because I did it kind of late and I just turned it in and I think I did pretty well. So just get them done as soon as you can, I think I would say. Physics IA, ooh. Okay, so with my physics IA, I picked a really complicated topic. I talked about the tennis racket effect, and it was there was so much information. Just don't always try to be original, because sometimes that can just end up being harder and take up more time, and you'll still get like the same grade as you would have if you picked a simpler topic. And my math IA was actually really interesting to me. I talked about tessellations like in art, and I used functions, like I made piecewise functions to create a tessellation, and then I did like transformation matrices and stuff like that. What else did I do? And then for all my theater written requirements, so I took HL, so I had to do a solo piece, a research presentation, and a director's notebook. And they removed the collaborative project this year because of COVID and stuff. So the research presentation I think was I think the solo piece was the easiest for me. It took me a while to like get into it, but the thing that sucks about like IB theater is that you don't really have to be good at theater to do well. You just have to be good at writing. But obviously you still have to have an understanding of theater components and stuff like that. We always do contextual research as well. So you just have to be good at research and good at writing. And by good at writing, I mean like you have to be very concise and just straight to the point, because the word counts are pretty strict, or page word counts are pretty strict, and you don't have a lot of room to have excess information or interpretations. You just need to put what's necessary. The director's notebook took me the longest because it was like 20 pages, and not even with like margins or anything. 20 full pages of breaking down a play and directing it and deciding things like that. It was really fun to do. It just took a lot of time. What else is relevant? French. I was lucky to have a teacher that was an examiner for IB, so it was easy for her to point out specific areas of weakness and where we would lose marks and where we would get marks and stuff like that with all of our assessments. So like writing, reading, speaking, and they removed listening this year, but listening was like my least favorite. It was really hard. For English, so I took HL, so I had to do a higher level essay and an oral, and then because exams got canceled, I didn't have to do a paper 1, and they removed paper 2 this year. For my oral, so you have to do like a non-literary and the literary text, and then kind of connect them through a question. You don't really have to compare and contrast, but they have to kind of have a common thing that you're looking at through both of them. What did I do my oral on? I talked about like parent-child relationships and conflicts, and how older generations shape and influence the identities of younger generations, and how there's always going to be misunderstandings between generations, just because of how society works. What is the essay about? So the essay, you pick one text that you studied in your class like throughout the year. It's basically a paper 1 that you prepare for. It's not like you're not timed or anything, but and the word count is slightly more than you would be able to write, I think, for a regular exam. And TOK was kind of like, okay, I spent like 2 seconds on my essay, so I'm not surprised I got a C. If you leave most of your things to the last minute, such as myself, you have full control over these components, like all of your internal assessments, and you don't have much control over like what shows up in the exam, or how well you feel that day and some stuff like that. So I'd say just really give 100% to the things you have full control over. Thanks for watching, and good luck with wherever you are academically, or if you're just not sure, because I'm also not that sure. So yeah, things will work out. I feel like it's important to always look for things to learn, and just stimulating your brain is beneficial whenever, even if you're just trying to do a crossword or something, like something small like Duolingo or something like that. It will really help, especially during summer. Have a nice day or night or morning, evening, wherever you are, and congratulations to all the IB students this year, especially if you took exams. Congratulations. I hope you all end up where you are meant to end up.